Welcome to the Bang Martin Podcast. Welcome to the Bang Martin Podcast. Welcome to the Bang Martin Podcast. It's not great, but it's pretty good.
All right, welcome back to Clips Out of Context. No, I like this. So this guy's talking about he yelled at me last time, Dr. Michael J. Burry of Big Short fame, and how he's not short in crypto right now. And but listen to what he says about this company Rivian, right? For those of you out there saying the stock market's not inflated, right? Oh no, it's all good, right? Keep going up, keep going up. Listen to this about Rivian. No offense, right? I don't know shit about them. I just know that for a company not selling iPhones, right, that I can go buy, it's kind of weird.
Then the markets get $50,000 more expensive. This is not sustainable and it can't go on forever, and it's literally just one example of one of the bubbles that are present in the markets today. Burry is a firm believer that the crypto markets are in a bubble as well, but despite what certain people like Meet Kevin will tell you, he hasn't tried shorting that market because it is so ridiculously volatile and the risks far outweigh the rewards. In particular, Burry paid a little tribute to none other than Rivian, a car company that hasn't sold any cars and yet is valued at around $120 billion. More speculation than the 1920s, more overvaluation than the 1990s, more geopolitical strife than the 1970s. Players grabbing the barrel of Kyle Rittenhouse's rifle when the SEC and the Fed nod approvingly. Ignoring the somewhat strange reference to Kyle Rittenhouse there, the message seems clear. Rivian is an example of a ridiculously overvalued company and is representative of a bubble in full swing. What other justification could there possibly be for Rivian to be so expensive? Even by Rivian's own optimistic projections, the company is still grossly overvalued and will continue to be overvalued for years into the future. But people hear that Amazon has a stake in the company and they hear about electric vehicles and they see the monumental rise of Tesla over the last few years, and they don't want to miss out on what they see as the next big ride. Now, speaking of Tesla, it's not really possible for me to hold off on that any longer because once again, Burry came out swinging. Now, before we get down to what was actually said, I think it's important to provide some context and
Okay, I haven't seen this part of the video, so I just wanted you to take note of that. Car company is worth billions of dollars, doesn't make cars. Pretty crazy, right? I mean, you're investing in the future, I suppose, but if you look at Rivian, it shot up and then it went back down. Let me see if I can do it real quick. I don't have it up, but that's what she said. But I want to come back to hear what he says about Tesla because I love Tesla. I wrote a song about Tesla. I didn't write it about Tesla as much as I wrote it about my boy Elon. And someday he's going to hear it, and then he's going to send a black Model S fully loaded plaid over to my address. I know he knows where I live. He's got Skylink up there. Just Terminators ready to come at us. Come on, my man. Free Wi-Fi, access to the grid, and a blacked out Model S Tesla. You heard me. I don't ask for much, and I know you can write that off. All right, let's look at Rivian. Let's look at your boys over at Rivian. Damn it. Killed my shite. All right, here we go. I was looking at the Lehman Brothers. If you wanted to know if I was on a conspiracy trip, Rivian? How do I spell that? Oh, that's not right at all. Rivian. There we go. All right, what are they going to show us? They're showing us today. All right, one day. It's been doing a little bit of this and that, back and forth. Am I 115? I feel like a 114. I'm a 114. Let's look at the 5-day. Ooh, boy, up and down like a roller coaster. I'd ride that. I don't really like this part over here on December 9th where it just goes down, right? Gets all in your stomach, those butterflies. Past 5 days. All right, what about 1 month? Ooh, boy. It was up there. Hold on 1 second. I'll get you some more. Look at this. All right, I'm in dad mode, popcorn mode right now. Walk and talk, they said. Look at this. Let me go hover over here. November, what is this? November something? 172. Car company that doesn't make cars, but Amazon's investing in them, apparently. I haven't looked at this at all. All right, 6 months. Okay, so that was the top. Right, that peak you saw, 172.01. man. And I'll tell you what, I'd be lying if I said I didn't almost buy into this. I saw all these people getting excited about it. Ooh, new car company. Absolutely, it's the future. But I bought into way too much stuff at the high. I learned my lesson. Right? How do you think all these other people are making money? From these people up here buying in. This is me at the top, right? And I always feel like I'm at the top of the mountain. I'm king of the castle. I'm king of the castle. Nope, that's not how the game works. There you go, sweetie. All right. So that was one. Now here's another one that I was looking at now that we're talking about cars. Before we get into the just I don't even talk about Tesla. I bought in and it was high and then oh man. Someday I'll tell you about that. Just that. And the other one is Lucid, all right? LCID, is that right? Lucid stock price. This one was pumped up. This is where I almost got into it. This is one day, 6 months. All right, 1 month. Yeah, man, I saw this when it was down here, and then they were getting excited, and it was probably 34, 35 when I almost dropped a bunch in. And yeah, for a couple days you stood to make, but then what happened? And this is a good company. Let me get back over to the 1 month, right? This is a good company. 5 days. What the fudge happened here? Got kids in the background. Where's this volatility come from? You know, there's not that much news every day. Oh, Lucid's going to tank. Oh, Lucid's going to do good. Or Nabisco's going to do great. Pork bellies. This is crazy. You know, it's hard to convince someone to invest in something, especially if you're watching it, right? Don't watch it. Don't look at it. Not financial advice, but you keep looking at it up and down, up and down. It's ugly. But in one day, we're back at 39.88, 39, almost breaking 40. They'd say that's a psychological barrier or support level. Once you break that, it's going to climb. I don't have any money in this, unfortunately, right now. But I wouldn't have been saying that down here, right? 37. Oh, I'm got to get out of this. I'm lost way too much. All right. Let's pop back over into out of context clips. Boop. There we go.
Explain what really happened over the last year between Burry and Tesla. Earlier in the year, Burry bought about $10 million worth of puts on Tesla. Now, these are options contracts that give the owner the right but not the obligation to sell a stock at a certain price. Basically, if the price of the stock goes down below what we call the strike price, then the person holding those contracts makes money. And as is the nature of derivatives, leverage allows you to multiply your potential returns by huge amounts. Now, Burry bought options which covered about $500 million worth of Tesla stock, but he only paid around $10 million for those options. The way that financial reportings are made, however, led some people to believe that Burry's short position was $500 million, which is just false. It's not true. And if these people cared to spend just a couple minutes learning how options work, they would have known that. Nonetheless, Burry put about $10 million into this play back when Tesla was worth about $700 or $800 a share, and it's now sitting at above $1,000 a share. But we know that Burry exited his position sometime over the last quarter. His contracts likely lost a fair amount of their value, or they may have even expired worthless, meaning that Burry lost between 7 and 8 figures on this play. Now, don't get me wrong, that's obviously
All right, whatever. I don't really care. I want to show you. I want to show you two things though. This came to mind. Elon, it's gonna sting. I just gotta save this. I know I like this video. Where are you at? Hold on, hold on. Here we go. This is perfect. I don't know if Barry was sitting in the room.
Okay, so that guy, he's short your shares. So talk to Dave Meyer. You tell him why he's wrong.
Dude, it's gonna sting. That's
There
all I
we
can
go.
tell you. It's like,
Right? Yeah, period dot. Hey, try and subtract the Motley Fool logo out of your brain. I'm reading some stuff over there, and they seem like they are. I can't say this. I don't know anyone that works with them, but I've seen some cokeheads in my life that are are writing higher quality SHIT than that. All right, so there's that, and then one more final thing as I walk and talk. Dado duty, getting Raya going. You just want an awesome movie to put on in the background. These kids love this Raya. We're getting them, you know, they're getting into MMA, watching all these fight scenes. It's, oh, this is okay. Heck yeah, I love this movie. Heck yeah, I love this. That was a Netflix, the Xbox sound. Don't sue me, Microsoft. I'm not intentionally using that. All right, I wanted to do a quick. Every time I turn the camera like this, I think it's messing me up. Bummer. Yeah, here we go. You guys want to see, and girls, you can see this price too. Tesla. Check this out. 936. Let's go look at them in a year. A year is a good look because you can see that way over here there was a high. It went up to 900 and something dollars at some point, close enough, and then it just booms, tanked. And this is when I bought in. Conveniently, 563. Google knows that. I'm sure they're putting exactly how much I bought. Right? I only bought 2 shares. But then look at this thing, and then it goes back down. It went down to like around 4 something, high 4s, and look at it now. Elo's the richest person on the planet, $300 billion. I wrote a song about him, but you already knew that. It features Jeff Bezos too. Man, this is exciting. It's exciting to watch this. As long as you realize that these are just numbers, just like looking at the casino. It's just numbers on a game, on a screen, really? I could turn this off right now if I wanted to. Ooh, man, I really don't like red. Let me just go find something. Or I don't like green. Let me go find something that looks red. Or I'll show you something. I can't do it here. They don't let you get over to finance that easy. But if you go to finance, you can click on stuff that makes it look orange and a different color blue. It's really pretty looking. So make the stock market work for you. And I got to go put on Raya. Hey, love you guys. Take it all with a grain of salt, but read, go look at it. Go look at someone else that's not batshit crazy and make a decision. And if you figure it out without insider trading, put that down there on the bottom. I'll take some advice. Thanks. But let's not wind up in there with Martha. That'd be effed up. She's in one of my songs too. Later.
Ooh da doo da da da, ooh da doo da da da, ooh da doo da da da, ba 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 ba.